Ordination of the Day. Everybody knows, and I will announce our ministers as they come in. So join me in welcoming Reverend Community Minister Spiritworks. Dr. Reverend
This particular teacher, Dr. Maureen Hoyt, is so intertwined in the lives of these two characters and has given so much to them. And that's why she's called a master teacher, and these are some of her master students. So and representing Homes in New Thought and the Center for Spiritual Living as a new idea for the whole world to embrace, our spiritual leader, Dr. Ken Gordon. It is our honor and privilege on behalf of the Spiritworks Center, its members, its friends, its ministry team, its practitioners, very much welcome you here. We are honored that you're here, and we're thrilled for the celebration of life this afternoon today. Thank you for coming.
Quite a day. I want to welcome you all today. That as I stand up here, I should be standing here full of pride because these two wonderful people, Ray and McMorrow, are having this incredible rite of passage. But as one of my former students told me a long time ago, you have no right to feel pride in me. I did this myself. And he shall remain me. But he said something that was incredibly true, that when Anne came to us in the 4th year ministerial studies program, she brought with her dedication to ministry. It was already in her. And Reverend Mike, when I first met him, let me just say, diamond in the rough. There were no censors, there were no filters, and you know, really it does take 6 or 7 years to build those, isn't it? And on the other hand, had other teachers for her beginning years in this thing called the science of mind. I had Reverend Mike right from the beginning. So he got to mold himself by means of me. And in the class, Anne was the consummate student right from the beginning. And so today it's like a marriage. Reverend Anne and Reverend Mike aren't marrying each other. They're marrying their respective ministries. And if we were still Catholic, it would be one of the 7 sacraments for today. But you know, it is a sacrament. It's a sacrament, a rite of passage that can never be revoked, that can never be taken away. And the calling is there already. And this is just our willingness to be here as testimony to both of these beautiful people. Today is something of such a grand scale as you will never, ever experience until you actually have the experience yourself. I remember being ordained myself, and I remember that taking the microphone at the end of the ceremony, that there was something different. It really was like being married to ministry. And you know, there's no way to get divorced. There's no way to do that. You don't ever separate yourself from ministry once the ordination has happened. It's a beautiful thing, and these are 2 beautiful people. And they're just the 2 of them. You know, we have this incestuous relationship, all of us. Dr. Ken has spoken of it in the past. And today I'm wearing Dr. Harry Stoll. Dr. Ken is wearing my robe. And will ultimately wear my stole that I was ordained in. It's just a beautiful thing. And I have an extra robe downstairs if anyone needs it. I just thought you should know about that. But we are an integrated group of people that wherever you go in a religious science center, wherever you go in a center for spiritual living, you will find someone of like mind and you will never feel alone again. If you come here to this particular center, this is the 4 o'clock service this afternoon, and we aren't going to take up a collection, but it's almost the same, though if you feel so inclined, we'll put a basket out in the back for you to put something. But everyone here knows everyone else here. We all know one another because I know who I am, and so I recognize who I am by means of you. And that's the way it is, whether you're a lay person in this teaching, you're a practitioner, you're a minister, or you're studying to be one, that wherever you go in a center for spiritual living, there will always be someone that you will know because you will recognize yourself in that other person. And so today, to start us out, we have 2 beautiful people from the Center for Spiritual Living in the Granada Hills to light the flames of faith, which is our call to service today, with Wayne McDonald and Jeannie Hoffman. Reverend Jeannie Hoffman, please come forward.
Lighting the flames of faith, call to service. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all sentient beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. The second candle we light is for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. The third candle we light is for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the 4 Noble Truths and the path of compassion. The sixth candle we light for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. The seventh candle we light for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. The eighth candle is for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. The ninth candle is lit for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as Wayne lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
If it was just a one-word prayer, all I would say is wow. But since that is not my style, I will do an actual opening statement, and if you would join me, please. In knowing that one power, that one presence, that awesome, amazing, brilliant power that we call God, Spirit, Universe, Allah. It is that one power, that one presence that unites us all, in which we are immersed, in which we have our being and move and live as us. And so I know about, and for each one of us, that we are here in support of this brilliant light that we call ordination. We are here in support of Reverend Michael and Reverend Ann, honoring their commitment. And so I know for each one of us that we are here with our hearts open, reflecting back to them the love that they bring, the light that they bring. And so I know all the proceedings of today are smooth, are easy, are honoring and loving and sacred, reverent and irreverent alike. There is room for all. And knowing the words of Dr. Ken, Dr. Maureen, Dr. Harry, to shine through, the voices of the choir are harmonious and brilliant and crisp. And all of us surrounding each other in that honoring love, recognizing the truth. And so for the privilege of speaking this word, for knowing that it is all done perfectly as I have spoken with so much care, I release this prayer to the perfect activity of law, knowing it is so done, and together we confirm by saying, and so it is.